Hello everybody, welcome back to Mr. Bungustayo. Today we are making Soppressata. Soppressata is an Italian sausage that's pressed. After the sausage is made, we'll let it cure for a couple of days and maybe about a week, and then after a week what we'll do is we'll put a weight on top of the sausage to press it down. And the word soppressata means to press. So I have all my meat here. My butcher was nice enough to cut everything off the bone for me, and the only thing I need to do is grind it. I was going to let them grind it, but they grind it a little bit too fine. So I'm going to grind it. I don't think I'm going to include all of the grinding in the video because it's just constant repetition. So I might leave maybe about a minute of grinding in, and then I'll switch over to mixing in all of my spices. Now our spices today are, I have ground hot pepper. I have a total of 15 grams. I really don't want this to be spicy, but I do want it to have a little bit of a kick. I have kosher salt, 214 grams. I have paprika, 50 grams. And I have 175 grams of burgundy wine with 5 garlic cloves chopped up. Now, what I'll do is, when I add the wine into the mix, I will keep the garlic behind. So right now the garlic is, as you can see, the garlic is flavoring the wine. So we have a wine garlic. Okay, let me get started. And here we go. Oh, and by the way, I have my medium, I'm not sure what you call this, a medium grinding plate. Yeah, it's not the cutting plate. The cutting plate is inside, cutting blade is inside. This is the medium. I do have a coarser one. They look like little triangles. Actually, I'll show you that right now. This is the coarser plate that I have, but I really don't feel that I want it that, that coarse. Okay, I'll start grinding. I'll grind the meat into here, and as this fills up, I'll put it into my bagnarola, which is just a tub. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're back. First, I'm going to add some of the paprika and I'll add some of the hot pepper. You know, on second thought, I might not add all of that pepper. I could just hear my wife, how do you expect me to eat that? And half of the salt. Oh, and by the way, this was a total of 8.5 kilograms of meat. Okay, I'm adding the rest of the paprika, the salt. Now the salt is what's going to cure the meat. It may look like an awful lot, but it really isn't. To weigh those out. Okay. This smells delicious already. I don't know if I'll be able to wait the month or so for this to cure. Well, I guess I'll have to. Okay, now I'm going to add my wine, and as I said, I will be holding back the garlic. Okay. As you can see, the garlic is soaked. It's purple from the wine. So we do know that the flavor came out of the garlic and into the wine. Give this another mix. Oh, this smells terrific. With the burgundy wine and the garlic and the meat with the pepper. Oh, I wish we had smell-o-vision. I'm going to give it a little bit more of that cayenne pepper. just tell my wife the container opened up on me by accident. And don't tell her. It's between us guys, all right? I really have to give a shout out to my good friend Micheleexpert. He has helped me with so many Calabrian recipes. He's really a lifesaver. He can make anything. And his YouTube channel is Micheleexpert, Micheleexpert. Well, he has well over 1,000 videos online. Okay, so this looks well mixed. It's all uniform in color. And you usually want to mix it enough so that when you pick a clump of it up, it sticks to your hand. That means that all the proteins are working. So this is ready. You could see that it's not moving, not falling. Okay, now what we have to do, I should have done this earlier, but I didn't. But now what we have to do is prepare the casings. Now the casings that I'll be using are beef middles. It's a smaller beef middle. I'm not using the larger beef middles. If I use sausage casings, they're just a little bit too small. Okay. We will return in a few minutes after I get set up with the casings. We'll be right back. Well guys, this is what 9 kilos of pork meat looks like after it's ground and seasoned. I'm in the process of making Soppressata. I'm taking advantage of the cool weather that we have now, and after I make it, I'm going to hang them outside for about a week to start to cure. And then after they cure for a week, I'll take them in, the sausages in, and I'll press them. Actually, this board, well, you can't see it, but I have a big board on the table here, and what I'll do is I'll put the board on top of the sausages and put a lot of weight. I'll probably put about 6 or 7 cinder blocks on top of it, and that'll squash the sausages down nice and flat. Hello everybody, welcome back to Mr. Bungu Style. After I finished preparing the meat, I was kind of tired and my back was hurting, so I put it in a bag and I refrigerated it until today. So now what we're going to do is get started on stuffing the casings. These are my casings, and if you can notice, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but you can see there's fat, excess fat on this casing, and it just peels right off. But it's easier to take the fat off after my casings are stuffed. So that's what we'll do. First, let's cut some twine to tie up each one of the sausages. Okay. Okay, I think I have about 14 or 15 pieces of twine cut. So let's put that aside. And now we'll start filling up the sausage maker hopper. Okay, folks, we're back again. Off camera, I decided to add Instacure number 2. Now this is the same as prod powder. Number 2 is when you're curing meats that aren't going to be smoked or heated. And Instacure 1 or Prod Power 1 are used when meats will be cooked. Like, say, kielbasa that's smoked on the grill, smoked in a smoker. I decided at the last minute, if this was just for me, I would have just made it with salt, as Soppressata has been made over the years. And in Italy, not one of my friends uses an Instacure, which is sodium nitrite. So, being I'll be sharing some of this with my friends, I just wanted to give them the added so they have the feeling that it is done safely. It would have been okay with just salt, but with the nitrite added to it, and I didn't add that much, it just makes certain that we don't get botulism in the meat. I've never had botulism in any of my cured meats, and I've been doing this since the late or early 90s. So, okay, now that we have that out of the way, let's fill our hopper, the sausage maker hopper. Now, also, you can see how nice and red the meat is. As I'm working with it, you'll notice that the meat will start to turn dark. That's because of the Instacure. It'll show that it's starting to work. But don't be alarmed. In the end, after this meat is all cured, it will be bright red. Unlike when you don't use a cure, a lot of times the meat doesn't have a bright red color after it's cured. So this will look a little bit more appetizing. Okay, let's fill this up. Now this is just a 5-pound hopper. So I'm probably going to have to fill it at least 3 times, 4 times, because they do have 18.5, 18.5 pounds of meat, which is, I'm not sure, I'm not certain. I think it's 7.5 kilos. I'm not up on my international math, sorry. That's one thing I wish they would have taught while I was in school. I wish we would have learned all about meters and centimeters. Okay, now we'll add this in. Let me get a towel and wipe my hand. Okay. Now, next thing we have to do is put the casings on. I'm using beef middles today. I thought I was going to have a helper today, my grandson, but he doesn't want to be on video. I guess that happens when you're a teenager. Okay, I'm back again. For the moment, I couldn't find my sausage pricker, so I'm using a corn holder. I hope this is focused in. And these little nails at the end, they'll put the proper amount of, they'll put a nice size hole in there so that the air can escape. Okay, already you can see air is in there. Okay, I'll be back in 1 second. I want to get my scale to weigh this. Well, that's close enough. That is 496 grams, which should be about a pound. Okay, let's see. Just slightly over 1 pound, 1.7 ounces. So, let's just prick this to get the air out. You can see the little holes. Nothing will pass through there, don't worry. And now we'll tie our sausage again. Okay, now we'll take another string and tie it here for the next sausage. Or Soppressata, whatever you want to call it. Okay. And I know I said this in my last video, but I really need to get another sausage press and one that's electric. Okay, now let's tie this one. I'll tell you, this is killing my back. leaning over this table. I purchased a stainless steel table. It actually came in the mail today, and I have to put that together. So that'll be a little bit higher, and it will be better for my back. And now we'll make our second tie for our fourth. Okay, there's a little bit left in there. Not a whole lot, maybe a half a pound or so. Okay, first we'll prick the sausage, the casing, make sure all the air is out, and let's prick this one. You want to get all the air out of your sausages, because if you don't, when there's oxygen in there, when there's air inside there, it usually tends to allow the meat to spoil. Now the holes that I made before, they virtually disappeared. So, alrighty. Here we go. Yeah, that's a good size. And you know, I'm curious to see what this all weighs. I think I need a new scale. Okay, here we go. That's 7 pounds, 8 ounces. So we're a little bit over on each one. I was trying to keep them a pound. Maybe on the next few that I make, I'll just, I have to wash this after I'm finished. On the next few that I make, I'll just make them a touch smaller. Okay. Oh, also, this casing was right side out when I started using it. And the fat, as you can see, actually, I think the outside is the part with the fat, but they come this way. So I just reversed it so that the fat is again on the outside. And again, let me show you how to tie the end properly. Make your knots nice and tight. And then let's start this one. Okay. So now the knot is across the face of the end. That'll also help keep it from coming apart. Okay, here we go. All right. Cut this apart. Okay. Should be a little gauge, so I know you have to wait quite a length. Okay. Tie again. Okay, the end of this. Up again. Okay, now I know it's a little bit. My neck hurts. So I have to reload my casings onto the horn. Today is Soppressata making day here in Naples, Florida. Beautiful Naples, Florida. Not too great outside today. It's overcast, cloudy, but it is 71 degrees, and that's a lot better than temperatures up north where my friends live. So I am thinking I am going to have to wash some more beef middles. I have about, maybe 5 pounds of meat left, plus about 1.5 pounds in this sausage press, and I think I'm going to need more casings. I'm not sure how much is left on this horn. I really shouldn't use this pricker on the horn. The horn is made of plastic, and if it puts a mark in it, it could tear the casing. I'll have to check it when I'm finished, and if there are any marks, I'll have to sand them down. Here we go again. You know, I think I'm just going to make this one a long one because there wouldn't be enough. Okay. Actually on the horn. No wonder why it wouldn't tighten up. Okay. Now again, we have to tie a knot around the end of the casing. And there we go. Alrighty. Okay, I have all my sausages set on a flat surface. I have a piece of plastic down. It's fairly thick. And then I put a towel over that. And now all of my sausages are separated. And I'm putting a towel over them. So, and the next thing we do, let's see if I could do this with one hand. We put, I guess I couldn't do it with one hand. I put a board on it. Now you can see the sausage under there. I have a board. And the very next thing I'll be doing is putting heavy weights on top of it. Probably about, maybe 40 pounds or so. Geez, I'm out of breath from doing that. So I'll leave it here then for about, maybe 3 or 4 days. And then I'll check it to make sure they're flat. And if they are flat, then what I'll do is I'll hang them up again in that flattened position in that flattened shape to dry further. And it's going to take about 1 month, maybe a touch more. Today is actually day 5 after I made these. I should have put these under the board 2 days ago, but I was pretty busy. So after this project tonight, I need to clean the kitchen. My wife is having a fit because I have all of my goods out. So, okay, I'll be back in a few days and I'll show you what progress we've made. Okay, see you later. Hello everybody. This is just a little quick update on the Soppressata. As you can see, I have them all hanging now. They're really looking beautiful. I pressed them. I have photographs. I pressed them on this table here. And then after they were pressed, I hung them up. My wife's not too happy about the wire that I strung from one side of our guest bedroom to the other, but I had nowhere else to put it. And this is a very cool room. Now this stuff here is just a pool noodle, and I cut it into little lengths and put a slit in it. And the purpose of this is to keep all of the sausages separated. Now, when I first loaded them up, they kept sliding down from here all the way to the middle, and from that side all the way to the middle, and they were all touching. And I didn't want that, so I was thinking of putting clips up at the top to prevent these little S-hooks from sliding. But this is the room my grandson sleeps in when he comes here, and I found a pool noodle in the corner of the room, so I cut that up. I figured that would work, and if it didn't, big deal. It was only a $2 pool noodle. So anyway, that's my update for now. They probably have about 3 more weeks to cure, and then they'll be ready to eat. But they really are looking great. I might be making another video later. I just received a big order of casings and charcuterie supplies from Butcher Packer up in Michigan. I might be making a video on all of the items that I received in the mail yesterday. So look out for that, and hope you all have a great day. Okay, bye.